Countdown.
Tahniah. Siaran langsung ini dibawakan khas kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber Malaysia. Sebuah inisiatif E-Didik Malaysia dan Kelab Guru Malaysia. Tumpukan perhatian anda. Siaran langsung akan bermula sebentar lagi. Link sijil akan diberikan di hujung siaran ini. Pastikan diisi dalam tempoh yang ditetapkan. Terima kasih.
Hai. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Good evening and hi to all teachers, parents and the students. Okay, welcome to Pusat Tuisyen Academy YouTuber, a joint venture with E-Didik Malaysia and Kelab Guru Malaysia. Bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Okay, before we proceed, let's begin our session with the recitation of Kitab Al-Fatihah. And for the non-Muslim, please recite your prayers according to your religion. Okay, how is everyone doing today? My prayer that everyone is in the best of health and ready to proceed with today's class. Okay, but let me introduce myself first. I am Madam Rosmaya, okay, as your moderator for today, and I am from SMJK Yuhua, Kajang, Selangor. And together with us is Teacher Zanaria, our host controller. Okay, so her job is to ensure the smoothness of our lesson on technical support. She's a very experienced teacher from a retired teacher from SMK Tunku Ampuan Durrah Negeri Sembilan. And our observer is Teacher Shahnun, okay, from College Matrikulasi Pulau Pinang. Okay, and the most important person today is our presenter, Teacher Im. Okay, Teacher Im. Okay, she is from College Tingkatan 6 Tapah Perak. So let us give a warm welcome to our presenter. Okay, for the record, we are now live on Teacher Im channel. So as a sign of support to Teacher Im for the hard work in preparing today's lesson, so please subscribe to her channel. Not forgetting also to Teacher Zanaria and Teacher Sahnun channel too. Okay, as usual, the lesson will last approximately for 1 hour. The certificate link and the credit claim link will be given at the end of this session. And remember that you can only use email, e-didik email to claim the certificate. Okay, so IU credit is for you to claim present, to motivate you to study more. So the more classes you join, the more credit you can claim. So be sure to follow the class up until the end and give your full cooperation in making this session a lively one. Okay, I would also like to remind students to use appropriate language and also use appropriate profile picture, if possible, your own picture. If you wish to post comments in the chat box. I'm pretty sure all of the students here are excellent students who will uphold a positive classroom environment. So stay focused, and if you have any questions, please write on the chat box and Teacher Im will try to provide you with the answers. Okay. So before we welcome Teacher Im, so I would like to announce the first digit. The first digit code for the claim credit is A2. A2. So without further ado, please welcome Teacher Im to start her presentation.
Hi everyone. Well, today it's my turn. As you know, we used to have 3 of us and then we rotate among ourselves, and now what is left is me and Cikgu Zana down there to be our having class for mathematics. I hope you continue to support us, and please go and tell everyone, okay? Tell everyone about our class, especially your junior. I noticed that your junior have been asking a lot of questions in the group, so tell your junior I and Cikgu Zana and Teacher Eileen exist in this world, okay? So, well, let's continue. So, I hope that you know about Academy YouTuber, and please tell your juniors about Academy YouTuber too. And then we have a full playlist, all right, where we have other subjects lesson. Okay, what subject? Let me show you. Okay, we have our economy class and accounts class for matriculation, all right, and we have physics class, and the chief is here up there, Puan Rosmaya. That's the chief of our physics team. And we have the bio team, Puan Puan apa dah? Oh my God, very
Faiza.
forgetful.
Cikgu Faiza.
Cikgu Faiza, that her name is inside the poster. Cikgu Faiza leading the biology team, and we have with me, lucky me, with the handsome Encik Shannon, the chief of our chemistry team. And then, of course, we have the mathematics teams in which, if you go to my channel, you can see a list, okay, playlist where we have a combination of calculus class inside there. Okay, so you please check it out, because all the teachers, we combine the lesson there. So please check it out, because it will help you score better. Okay, our class today, right, is about integration by parts. Now, some students, they say, what is it for? There is so many integrations technique and so many things that you need to do for integration. Therefore, you must know about the when and where. So integration by parts is specially for you to do integration, which involve the multiplication of two different elements. Okay, two different elements, and it will change the element to be something easier to integrate from the original one. Okay, so two element means what? Okay, later we will see. Right, so the formula that we are going to use is this one. Basically, it's a simple formula. All right, so you integrate U, dV, and then you get this setting put up. So later, all right, later, yeah, Cikgu Shafiq say he loves, okay, Shafiq say he loves integration. Yes, if you can do it right, you will love it. Okay, now, I have an acronym for you. What is acronym? Acronym means it is something because integration by parts, the hardest part is to determine which is the U that you need to choose. Okay, so basically a lot of people will use, for example, this one. In Malaysia, favorite is this one, latte. I don't know how to pronounce that. So I will remember it as latte, my beautiful yummy latte. Okay, so I will like, okay, latte, my beautiful latte. But of course, you also will see people write it as LIATE, latte, or you will see sometimes people will give it in a different acronym, for example, ILATE, and sometimes people will remember it. I love coffee, so I remember latte, LIATE, not the same spelling, but it sounds the same. Some teacher teach their student like this, Lipton tea, because that teacher love tea. So Lipton tea. So they will take as LIPTEA, Okay, so Lipton, lip tea. Okay, lip tea. So LIP. So you say, then you will be wondering, oh dear, why lip? Why P? Okay, let me explain later. A and P, actually, they're representing the same thing. Okay, T and E also representing the same thing. So A and P, they represented it as power, or they represented it as a polynomial. So which means any x that has a power, they consider it as P, as we consider it as A. A means what? Algebra. Later we will see each and every one of them. So I have already made it into pieces. So we have the L, which is the logarithm part of it. So most of our question will be in ln form. Okay, so that's the logarithm. And the I is for the inverse trigo. So what are they? They are the inverse sine, the inverse cos. Sometimes people call it as the arch of sine or arch of cos. So it's up to you. But in Malaysia, most of time we call it the inverse sine. Okay. And then we have the algebraic, or sometimes people put P. P means polynomial, means it's anything with power, including x, the x power of 1, the inverse of x, or the x with the square root in it. Okay, so those are the square root part of it. And then we have the T. Okay, the trigo. So the trigo such as sine, secant, and cosecant, and so on, all the basic trigo. And of course, the last one is the exponential. So the exponential will include the exponent power of x and a number. So let's say if you have a number with power of 1 or power of 2 or power of 3, basically we consider it as the trigo, the exponential part. Okay, so we have the number with a power of anything. All right, so we consider it as the exponential part. So with LIATE, liat, I don't know how to pronounce that, liat or lat, like I do, I remember the latte, like that, something like that, in a very French way, latte, like that. So I remember it this way. So it's up to you how you want to remember it. The most important, that is the acronym. Acronym are not theorem. Acronym are not things, right? Are not theorems and formulas. They are things that can be used to help you remember what you want to do. All right? So not all the time the acronyms are correct. So basically, what is the correct rule? In general, the correct rule is whenever you want to choose your DV, we will choose the most complicated portion as the DV, because the most complicated portion sometimes can be easily integrated. Okay, later we will see our examples. So talking about the examples, you remember I have the Google sheet, the PDF in the Google sheet at the chat box, and also pinned in the chat box, so you can check it out. So anybody who have not received the PDF form of this lesson, please check it out. The notes are there, everything are there. Okay, talk about the U, means the one that we used to choose with the LIATE. That one, we have the U. Usually, the U, when we derive it, okay, with derivative of du, it will transform to something simpler. Okay, the derivative of it will turn into something simpler. If it is going to be the harder than what you derive, what you original have, then you have chose the wrong one. So that's basically the concept of what you want to choose and how you want to choose your element. All right, got it? All right, let's go for the questions. My first question. Right, in this first question, can anybody out there tell me which one should be my U? Let's choose the U first, because basically once you choose the correct use using the acronym that I teach you, LIATE, LIATE, okay? By using the acronym that I gave you, you will be able to remember LIATE. So which one should be U? Can you please tell me? Just type fast. All right, please tell me what should be the U. Answer me in the chat box, everybody. Come. Okay, to e to the power of x, all right? Dashini already answered e to the power of x. So why is that so? Why is that so? LEATE. Which one come first? The exponent come first, or this one, the x is the power, the algebra. So LEATE. Which one come first? We count LIATE. Is it the exponent will come first? Which one will come first? Because if you follow this acronym, all right, algebra comes first, then only followed by exponent. So which means the one that we are going to choose should be which one?
pada suatu
Come
hari,
on. Right? Which one? The
pada suatu
algebra?
hari, di sebuah kampung yang aman damai, terdapat
Cikgu
seorang
Shannon, can somebody please mute Cikgu Shannon? The U will be coming out first. All right? The U will, means the U we will need, yes, very good, okay? So we have to be using the X first because algebra, A, and then followed by trig, followed by exponent. So the A come first, the algebra should come first. So the U that we choose is the algebra. So the X will come first. So whatever that doesn't belong to the X, that's going to be our dv, because according to the formula that I have here, U dv. So from the integration, U is the one that we choose, okay? Using the LIATE, we chose algebra as the X, and then the rest of it will be the dv. So the dv, very good, Shafiq. The dv is going to be whatever which is left inside our equation. Whatever which is left inside our equation. So that's our dv. Okay, so we will put the dv inside the placing for dv. All right, so here is our dv. So we will just follow the formula and we fill in. Okay, now that our exponent x dx has been set as dv, then we are going to differentiate. So I differentiate du over dx, I get 1. Okay, it is getting simpler. Okay, and then I change my du into dx. Done by that. Okay, then I need to, hello. All right, then we need to integrate this. Okay, we need to, from this dv, we need to integrate to get our v. So when we integrate, we get the same thing, so it's okay. Right? So once we integrate, but of course you have to remember all the integration, all the trigo formula, all the ln and exponent. That's why we taught you all that first. Okay, now what we are going to deal with is the formula. We are going to feed it into the formula. So how to feed it? You will copy the U, the V. All right, so let's see. Okay, I copy it down for you first. Okay, I hope you all come here after you try the question. So why I gave you, basically your exam question, your exam is actually about 1.5 hours. So you are supposed to be able to do 7 questions in 1.5 hours. So I gave the PDF like early a bit for you. All right, early a bit for you. So you have about 1.5 hours to like train yourself to do that question. Okay, so I give 7 questions. So I estimate you all can use 1 hour or 1.5 hours to finish those questions. So come to class with a clear mind what you want to learn. All right, because my lecturer last time used to tell me this. If you come to class with an idea what you want to learn inside your brain, your cup is actually half full. Okay, when your cup is actually half full, when the teacher teach you the time, your cup will be full. If you come to class without knowing what you want to learn, your cup is actually empty. When your cup is empty, you go out from the class either with blur, don't know, no idea what's the teacher teaching, or you go out from the class only half cup full. Okay, so please study because exam is coming soon. All right, while I'm chatting, actually I'm waiting for people to settle this. So we settle the question. The U, that's the place for you. That's where we want to fill in there. And then we have the V, okay? So we have the V. So all these places, the green color one is the one that we put in our V. And after that is the DU. So DU is the part that we change behind here in the formula. So that's our DU. Okay, that's done. So the only thing left to be done here is the integration. So we integrate that and that is our answer, but we can still simplify this answer, okay? We can still simplify this answer by factorizing the exponent out. Not really a must, but it is best to factorize, okay? It is best to factorize if you want a perfect marks, because we don't even know during the marking scheme whether the final factorized version will be the A1 or not. As you know, your teacher will be telling you sometimes the A1 is here, sometimes the A1 is there, right? So you don't know. So better factorize. Okay, question 1 done. Second code, please. Cikgu Maya.
Okay, so the second code is number 5.
Number 5. Okay, thank you, Cikgu Maya. Okay, I will continue with my second question. In this second question, actually, I already put it out there. All right, so that is going to be my U. How I choose? L-I-A-T-E. So the lawn is the first one. So the lawn is what I'm going to choose first. Okay, the lawn is what I'm going to choose first. Then L-I-A-T. T is the trigo. Trigo is what I want to choose. Okay? Trigo is what I'm going to choose as DV. So I chose the lawn to be my U, because U, most of the time we choose our U first, then we choose our DV. Okay, be careful. This lawn comes with together with a trigo. So you have to, like when you copy the lawn, make sure you bring the whole set and put it down. That's why I show you the answer first. I didn't ask, because anyway, this is harder to type than previous one, okay? I don't want you all to waste time. So I continue from here. We are going to integrate and differentiate. So we differentiate our du, this side, we differentiate. Then I simplify it to tangent, sine over cos. Then you will ask me, teacher, should I simplify? Well, that depends on the next part of the question. Okay, when we fill in the time, whether do we need to simplify it or not, depends on the next part of the question. So no harm done. Sine over cos, you know is tangent, so you just write it there. It won't waste you it will only waste you a few seconds, but at least you got it there. Can you hear the thunderstorm? I can hear the thunderstorm outside my house. All right, so scary.
I can
Oh
hear
my
too.
God. Sorry about that. There's a thunderstorm around my house today. Okay, very heavy rain. So then you have the DV, the sign. Remember, when you choose your ln x, whatever balance. So here I already boxed it up, the U. So whatever balance, the sine x and the dx, that's my DV. Okay, so I will copy it all down, and then I will integrate this sine x, and then I will get cos x. So I'm done with the preparation. This is only preparation. Okay, so once it is done, set it out nicely, okay, and then put it inside this formula. So if you have done the question, let's check answer. If you have not done the question, next time come in, please do the question first, okay? All right, so you have the U, which is the ln cos x. Okay, I put the brackets to separate what I need for my U. And then I need my V, which is minus cos X. I didn't put the lines now. The thunderstorm is bad. Okay, that is the minus cos X. And then the minus, that's the minus. And then you have the integrate. And then the V again, so which is the negative cos X. And then my tangent, okay, what is this? The du. So I will get from here my du, okay, negative tangent x. So I prepare everything nicely, perfectly, and then I want to do the question. Okay, so what's the question about? So now both of this is nothing much I can do, so I just rearrange. But here, like I said just now, here is already simplified. When I put in, I notice, okay, sine and cos, here I actually have the cos. And here, when I didn't simplify, I also have a cos. So which means, in this question, actually, we don't need to simplify. But we didn't know that, right? We didn't know that. We only will know that after we fill in into our equation. Okay, so now when we fill in, we notice that it is simpler to have the sine over cos. So I put back sine over cos. I didn't bring the negative. Why? Because this negative and this negative, I already simplified it. Okay, negative times negative become positive. So it's gone. So I just bring the sine over cos. these two will be simplified. So I'm going to go to the next one. These two will be simplified. So balance, I got only my sine x there. So with this sine x, I can integrate easily. So I just integrate it and then I rearrange this part nicely. And then, like I said, it's nice to factorize, okay? And anyway, this question itself, you look at this question, prove that this question is in this format. You see the question itself also asks you to factorize. So then you have to factorize it. And then because this is a proving question, you have to write there, proven. Okay, you are done. So question number 2 is done. So you have already proven that that is the answer. Okay, good. Are you okay? I'm talking too fast today. Everybody following? If you have questions, please don't be shy. Please ask us. Treat this like a paid tuition class. Treat this like a tuition class that you come here to learn something. Okay? Everybody, if you are okay, please thumbs up, okay, or hit the like button or give me some love telling me if you are okay. All right, very good, Darwin. All right, if you are okay, very good. All right, I'm going to go for the next one. All right, I'm going to for the next one, number 3. This number 3, you look at this question. That's why just now I say what? Just now I say LIATE is an acronym. It is not a formula. It's not a theorem. When it is an acronym, it is something created by teachers or students to remember the things to choose for you. But when you come to this one, how am I to choose? Okay? Thank you so much. All of you are okay. I'm so happy. For this question, how are you to choose? Okay. When this thing doesn't work, okay, when the acronym LIATE doesn't work, then you have to think another way, okay, which is you have to go back to the general terms that the person who created the integration by part, okay, is a very handsome man. He created, but he said, I don't choose my U, I choose my DV. And the rule for it just now I told you is try to get the DV which is hardest inside the term. So inside the question, which part is the hardest? The hardest one is the one with the square root. Correct? Is the one with the square root. But when we know, okay, it's the one with the square root is the hardest. So that is what we are going to choose for our DV. All right? But I have a tiny beanie, skinny weeny problem, not much problem, but a tiny beanie problem. When I want to integrate this, you know already, integration of this kind will end up with some kind of things that you need to do. Okay? Some kind of things that you need to do, which is, if you integrate this, you are going to use substituting technique. The integration by substitution. Easy way out. But you integrate this one, you will get 2x. Means, some way, somehow, inside when you choose your DV, you need to separate out the x. You need to separate out the x. So, inside this question, LIATE doesn't work. When LIATE doesn't work, you have to think what is the polynomial or the algebra which is hardest, which you can integrate, which is this one. Okay, the one with the square root. But however, the one with the square root, when you integrate, that's why I say you want to do more from 6 maths, you have to know all your knowledge deeply. You have to remember everything deeply. Okay, so which means this part here, you need to separate like this, because when you integrate this by using by parts, you will have, using substitution, you will have 2x. Means you need a x to support your integration later. So I pull the x out and then I prepare my u and my dv. So this part I confirm I want to become my dv already. this part here will become my U. Okay, I'm done preparing. Okay, so the concept of having LIATE is to help you choose your U. But sometimes you can't. Like this question, you can't choose your U. When you can't choose your U, you have to go back to the general format. The general format is choose the hardest polynomial and put aside. But then you must know this hardest part here also need a support. So we need to deal with it also. Okay, now while we are, for those who have not done the question, while we wait for people to do this, to start up this question, okay, or to think how to integrate this part, let's have the advertisement first.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata ganjaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Okay, welcome back students. So before Teacher Im continue with her presentation, so can I announce Teacher Im the third? Okay,
Yes.
so the third digit code for the claim credit is number 5. Okay, number 5.
Okay, number 5. Okay, thank you, Cikgu Rosmaya. Alright, so now we are going to fill in the differentiation of U, and then we are going to integrate this to get our V. So to do that, Shafiq already written in the box there, okay, inside the chat box, we have to do some substitution. Okay, this type of question, to be able to integrate this, okay, you need some kind of substitution. So I'm going to do the substitution at the side because I want to, actually during exam, all this working, you are going to write at the bottom of this part, okay, at the bottom of your working. But I just shift it aside so that I don't mess up the whole working of integration by parts. This one in the box here is integration by substitution. So you, inside one integration by parts, you have integration of exponent, integration of trigo, integration of substitution, integration by partial, anything can come in. Okay, anything can come in. So it is one of the most complicated one. Okay, so but it is something you can learn. Okay, it's technical. So I'm going to represent it as U. Okay, so let A become whatever I want to substitute. Then I will do my dA dx. I differentiate it. And then I will arrange it to be something like this. So when I get this, okay, my substitution, I notice whatever I have there. Hi, Cikgu Yusnida. All right, so we have here, what we have here is what we are going to set in. Here we have negative 2x. So I need to adjust this integration to be something that I can use to integrate. Okay, so I will set in negative 2 dx. See, I set in. But these extra things, I cannot put there because my original integration, I don't have that. Okay, the original, I don't have that. So I have to multiply with negative 1/2 to get rid of the 2. Why I put 2? Because I want to adjust my equation so that it becomes something that I can apply later. So how do I apply it? Well, my x squared I can get from here. So x squared is actually 4 minus x. That is how I fill in. So I can fill in all this nicely. Okay, my 4 minus u is my a here. all I will fill in nicely. So it's A 1 over 2. And the side here is actually dA. So I already prepared everything. Okay, I already prepared everything. So I just fill it in into this part. Like I said just now, during exam, please remember all this working, all these blue box things is supposed to be under the same step here. Okay, I just separate it out so that you don't get confused between integration by substitution and integration by parts. Okay, I separate it out. But exam the time, you put them together. Okay, that's my integration by substitution. So I'm going to integrate it and it becomes something so big. So no big deal. This is just your Form 5 integration. I'm trying to fight with the wall, with the sound of the thunder. That's why I'm going louder. All right, y'all can help hear me loud and clear, right? I hope so, because I'm fighting my voice with the rain and the thunder outside my house. Okay, so next thing is I'm going to put this back into my equation. So I have the negative 1 over 2. And then this 3 over 2 will alternate up, become 2 over 3. My A, I put back the original. I sub back the original A4 minus x squared. Okay, and then the 3 over 2, okay? 3 over 2 will be here. All right, so now I am ready and I put them into a good position. So I simplify everything that I can and put, so my V is ready. Okay, once my V is ready, I need to put that. So I collect all here already, my U, my DU, my V. So that's what important, right? My U, my V, my DU. So I collect everything inside here. Okay, I collect everything. If you're still copying previous one, don't worry, you can always rewatch the video or you can screenshot, all right? What you are going to do next is fill in. So that is your U square, your U, and then your V, and then minus, integrate, follow the formula, and write in everything. That's my U over here, my V over there, and then my DU. So that's my DU over there. Okay, so now I already prepared everything. Then I say, alamak, it's still there, it's still multiplication, it's still with something that I cannot do. All right, don't worry. This time I'm not going to show the substituting technique already. So you can do it by yourself. I straight away go to the answer. If not, I cannot finish all the questions that I prepare for you, okay? So here to here, again, I need to readjust and re-prepare, and then I will have the integration by substitution, not integration by parts, it's integration by substituting done the second time. Means whatever I do in the blue box just now, that's the one that I'm going to do that again. So again, I use the integration by substituting. Okay, I skip that. You can do it yourself, okay? Because integration by substituting have been taught, okay? So you can do that. After you integrate by substituting from here to here, like what I teach you just now in the blue box, you are now ready. Your answer is almost ready, yet you need to simplify this part. Because this part I already simplified. 3 over 2, I already pull out the square root. So 5 over 2, I still need to pull out the square root. So that will be the square root with the power of 5. Finish, right? But of course, I skip the step for substituting the second time. So in this question like this, you cannot choose with LIATE, but then you have to apply another technique of substituting into the question to be able to finish this technique, okay, this integration. So you have to be very careful and choose your integration very, very carefully. Okay, so that's question number 3. Yeah, done. Let's go for the question number 4. Right, in question number 4, I think you can choose, all right? I think you can choose which one are the U. Can you? Just now we already chose once. So basically, L-I-A-T-E, L-I-A-T-E, I love my latte. All right? So what we are going to choose here for our U? Anyone? x squared. Yes, very, thank you so much. We are going to choose our x squared because our x squared is our algebra. The trigo is the fourth one after the algebra. Okay, so x squared is what we are going to choose. So that is where our u is. And then I'm going to like go fast. I'm going to go differentiate this. And then I'm going to find the du because I know inside the formula I need a du. So I prepare my du. Okay, let's go over to the dv. dv is anything after the du. So that is the sign dx. So I will put in my du as so and integrate it with an easy one. Right? Nobody asked me whether have to plus c or not here. Let me remind you, that part over there, you don't put plus c yet, but you plus c in after you fill in the formula. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in my formula, and the last part of integration here is where I'm going to put my plus c. Okay, so now I already fill in the formula. So my formula is x squared minus cos x, right? That will be my u, that is my v, and then that's still my minus, that's still my integration. And then I will copy my v, so my v is negative cos x, and then my du, 2x dx. Okay, in this question number 4, I have a second one. Oh no, I still have 2x. If I make this pretty, so I pull out my 2, negative, I pull out, okay, negative, I pull out as so. Negative, when I pull out as so, I will have another one. So what am I going to do? Well, if you have your x cos x, means that is still a multiplication and it still has 2 elements in it. That is the x and the cos. So if you have cases like this, okay, you have to prepare another set. Okay, means in this question number 4 is you need to do a second integration by parts. Just now, question number 3, you have to do 2 times integration by substitution. But in this question, you have to do the second time integration by parts. How do you do that? So we are going to concentrate now on this part over here. Again, I need to choose my u and my v. All right, so now take note. Take note. Just now, I represented my u. In the first part there, I represented my u as something else, and then my dv as something else. So for in the second, when you do it the second time, it is best to change the element. So now I use let A and let DB. I didn't use DV, I use DB. Why? It is safer for you as you go this way, you don't get confused from the first one. Okay, so this is, I'm not going to ask you, so this is my x, because that is the algebra, so I'm going to choose it as the x, and the rest is my dB. Okay, so I'm going to differentiate this. I'm going to differentiate this to get my dA, and then I'm going to integrate this to get my b. All right, I'm going to fill in to that formula over there. Again, I'm going to arrange, but this time I'm going to arrange it alongside with this thing, okay, with this one. So what will happen is I will have the integration. I will copy negative x squared. This is the original. The black color one is the original, and plus 2. And then I will fill up the second part of the integration by parts by using the red color. Okay, I hope you can get it. I'm going to use the red color to integrate the second one. So the u, this time I represented it as a. So the a is x, and then the sign x is the second one, the b. Okay, and then I have the minus, okay, and the minus, and then integrate v dx. So once I'm done with that, okay, then I integrate. So every time I integrate for the last time, I need to put plus c. Okay, I need to put plus c, and then I just beautify everything, and voila, the answer is out. Okay, are y'all getting? Do you all have any question? If yes, please ask. If no, please type N so that I know you all are responding. Okay? If you have no question, just type N. Oh, no question. If you have question to ask, please do so. Okay? No charge. No charge. It's free. Okay? Subscribing is free. Okay? Subscribing is free. Class is free. Everything is free for you. The most important is we want you to grab your A. We really, really want you to grab your A. Okay? All right. How was it? How was it? Is it okay? Can you understand? So this question is, there is no way that you can solve this integration by only using one time of integration by parts. Okay, same like just now, question number 3, you can't solve it by just using one time integration by substituting. Okay, so this time you have to use twice. Let's see question number 5 and see if you got, most of you don't have any question. Very good. Thank you so much for concentrating. Let's see this question. Which one do you think should be my U? Can you choose? Let's choose. L-I-A-T-E. I love my latte. I hope that fits inside your brain already. All right, L-I-A-T-E. Okay. Although I know some English teacher is going to kill me today because, hey, teacher Im, lattes don't spell like that, okay? I'm sorry for all the English teachers out there and the coffee lovers. Yes, I know, but I just want the student to remember L-I-A-T-E. Okay, so which one am I going to choose? Okay, everybody have chosen L-I-A-T-E. The trigo will come first. Very good. Okay, most of you got it. The trigo will come first, and whatever balance will be the DV. All right, whatever balance will be the DV. So let's differentiate and let's integrate. Okay, so you differentiate already. You prepare until you get DU. Please prepare until you get DU. Okay, because I want to use it into the formula. And then I will have my V. My V, and I integrate, I get exponent X. Then what will happen is I will need to fill in this. Okay, I will need to fill in into this equation. So I fill in carefully into the equation, and I will get like this. Then you say, oh dear, teacher. Again, I have an exponent, and again, I have a trigo. Okay, again, I have an exponent, and I have a trigo, which is almost the same like what we have on top there. So, what will happen? Well, just now in question number 4, as long as you still have 2 different elements, what you need to do? Do integration by parts again. Oh no, do again. Okay, do again. Right, let's arrange first. Before you do again, have to arrange first. Okay, so I arrange it nicely. The negative I pull out to become plus. Then I still have exponent, still have trigo. I have to do it again. All right, so I will prepare again. This time I'm not going to ask you. You know already. The exponent, I'm going to fix on this side. So the exponent is going to be the first one, and whatever balance, the trigo will be the first one, and whatever balance will be in the DB. Okay, so by L-I-A-T-E, the T first and then the E. So once I'm done with that, so I will differentiate this one, A equals to sine X. Okay, I differentiate nicely dA over dx to get my cos X dx, and I will integrate my exponent. Then, ta-da! I have to put it back into the thing. So I didn't change color this time. I hope you understand. So I will copy back the original. And then whatever inside here, I will put it into this formula again. And I will set in. Copy the A. then the V minus, here the minus, integrate, and then copy the B, right? That's my exponent. And then the dA, which is cos x dx. Then you start to tarik nafas. Why? Because teacher, why my exponent and my cos, my trigo is still there? Why is it still there? It's not going away. It is keep on repeating itself. Teacher, have to do third time. During exam, a lot of students will get panic. When they see this kind of thing, they get panic. You see in front here what I have? Do you see in front here what I have? Is this the same with this? You tell me. Okay? It is exactly the same. Okay? It is exactly the same. Exponent x cos x dx, exponent x cos x dx. That's why you see when I copy the equation to bring it down the time, I always copy along the question. It is actually one of the, some of the students say, teacher, waste time lah, copy so many times the question. Well, the reason why teacher asks you to copy the question and the answer along is sometimes the clue is there. Like this question, when I arrange the equation, I will notice exponent x cos x and the left-hand side exponent x cos x is exactly the same. When it is exactly the same, the only step that I need to do next is to bring it over. So I just bring this, means I have 2 exponent x cos x dx, and I have the answer. Oh, so nice. I already have the answer. But then, where is my plus C? Okay, the problem is, where's my plus C? I have already integrate, but I still don't have my plus C, because you have to remember your integration must come with the plus C. Okay, so which means this step have to be done with this way plus C. Okay, which means in this part of the question, you still need to make sure your plus C comes out. So which means over here, okay, over here, you have to insert your plus C before you end up the question. Okay, can I have a plus C there? Plus C. Plus C is so small. Okay, just give me a minute to let me adjust that plus C for you. Right, so you have to remember when you want to end the question, the time, you make sure you have your plus C over there. Okay, oops. Right, so you have to remember you must have your plus C over there. You cannot finish the question, any integration, indefinite integration without a plus C. So for this question, please make sure if you already shift it on the right hand side, when you want to end or finish the question, please put in your plus C. Okay, if not, you will lose 1 mark, because a lot of students, they remember, okay, teacher is the same, I can shift it over, yeah. Then they forgot about the plus C and they lost 1 mark during the exam. Okay, so please remember this question is, there is a trap there. You can shift it over and you can finish up the question nicely, but you have to put in the plus C. Without the plus C, you cannot get your full marks. Okay, you cannot get your full marks. All right, that's question number 5. Let's go to question number 6. Remember to like my video, because that is the motivation. Okay, we all teachers, we love our likes. We don't want you all to pay us, but we love the like. Okay, it's our like energy booster. Every day I'm telling myself, I will see the likes, then I'm motivated to create more videos for you. Right? All right, so the next question is this one. In this question, I have sine to the power of -1. Okay? I have sine to the power of -1. I could not, if you look at the question, I don't have a U, I don't have a V. But this question, I cannot solve. I cannot integrate this one. So I need to create something. Okay, I need to create something to put in for myself. So I have to put like this, sign, inverse, and then 1. I put the 1 behind because, you know, LIATE, A is an algebra, E is an exponent, 1, I can consider 1 power of something. Okay, so I will put it as behind and then I will prepare like this. Because time is up, so I'm not going to ask you what I want to put. So I put it there already. So I'm going to differentiate this. Okay, I'm going to go a bit fast because I have about 5 more minutes left and I have one last question, which is the past year question. If you have seen my PDF already, you know that's the past year question. I want to talk about the marking, where they give the marks. Okay, so that is your DU, and then that's my V and integrated in a very, very nice position. Okay, now that I'm going to prepare the trigonometry, so that is my U, that's my V here, and then my V and my DU. Oh my DU is in a very big piece. Okay, so never mind, copy it first nicely. Then you have to think, what can I do to differentiate this? Okay, well, just now you learned already, anything with square root, we use integration by substituting. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the answer there. Okay, so the substituting part, the one that I did in the blue box just now, that is the one that you're going to do it here. So please make sure you get it done and then set it in. So I skip a lot because time is almost up, because we know we all have been doing this for a long time. We know already 6 questions, 7 questions, not enough time. All right, so set in using integration by by substitution. Here to here, integration by substitution. You finish that, the one that I teach you in the blue box and the one in old videos. So that is how you get it, and then you get the answer already. Nothing can be touched because this is algebra, inverse trigo, square root. Okay, so you cannot touch anything, so you just leave it there. That's the answer, but I skip the step. But for integration by substituting, you can later fill it up yourself when you prepare your notes. Okay, I hope whatever we teach you, you compile it into your buku nota, your notebook, so that you can do revision anytime before the exam, which is about like 50 something days, right? Before the exam. Remember, MPM have not postponed your Stpm, right? Betul Cikgu Maya? MPM have not postponed the exam, right? We all waited and waited, so that hoping the MPM postpone, but I think ada chance ga? Tak ada chance, right, Cikgu Maya? Looks like MPM is not postponing the exam. So please make sure you study. Okay, please make sure you study, because until today, MPM has not mentioned they want to postpone the exam. Okay, so please make sure you continue to study. Just now, what I need to do already, and anybody can remember what I say from here to here, what I need to do, please type in the chat box so that I know that you remember what to do from this step to this step. What's that you need to do? Integration by what? Okay, don't need to type the integration. If you feel that it's very long, then you use what method? Okay? Can you remember after I starting talking cerita benda lain already? Before I go to the past year question. Because I know from here to here I skip step. What is the step that I skip? Can you remember what I said just now? Just like your teacher in class, right? Haha, what did I teach you just now? Can you remember? Can you? Can you remember what I say? From this step to this step, I already skipped the step. What is the step that I skip, please type in the chat box so that when you read, those people who came in late will be rewatching this video the time, okay, they will see the chat box and know what exactly. Yes, good. Means somebody is listening. Very good. Okay. Integration by substitution, right? I skip the part for integration by substitution. Please make sure you do that. All right, so I'm going to go to the past year question briefly and very fast because in this question is inside the past year question book, okay? And I'm sure you know the answer, okay? Because the answers are inside the book. The past year question books comes with the answer. But I want to show you this because I want you to know where are the places that you cannot skip. Number one, this part over here, the U and the DV, of course, is a must. Then your differentiation of the DU over DX, and then prepare the DU, V, integrate, and then integrate to get the V. Okay? Once you finish that, you will get 1 mark. Means all of this correct, you do all of this correct, then only you can get 1 mark. Very good, very good. Okay, there are answers. The arch of cos is the one for the U and the x squared is the one for the V because the arch of cos is the inverse trigo, that's the I. Okay, so that will be 1 mark over here. Then you fill into this formula. You fill into this formula, and that is where you get another marks. Fill in very, very carefully. The U, the V have to be in the correct position. The V, the DU have to be in the correct position. Then you will get 1 mark. Okay, since I'm doing this integration by parts, I notice when we mark the time, students always miss this part. When you do integration by parts with numbers, integrating from 0 to 1, the first part here, UV, they remember to fill in the UV, but they forgot that this is also part of the integration. So this 1 mark for the year 2015, a lot of students lost it. Why? Because the student forgot that this one in front here, the UV, also include the numbers, the finite numbers, okay, the definite numbers. So you have to integrate from 0 to 1. So your 0 to 1 have to be prepared in this first part. The second part is an integration by substitution again. Okay, it is the favorite because that is how they can pull the marks to be more. Okay, so that is the substituting part. For this question, I'm going to show because I want to show you the perfect answer. So this part here, you will prepare, okay, and then this is the integration by substituting. You are going to write at the bottom of this part, and then you are going to set in. From here to here, you can fill in, right? You can fill in like cos, the arch of cos 0 and then 0 power of 3 or inverse cos 0, 0 power of 3. You can fill in. Then they will give you the marks, or you can just press into the calculator and set in the number. Okay? Here, you want to do integration by parts, which I prepare here. Remember for integration by substituting. When you do integration by substituting with numbers, you have to prepare the substituting number too. So the x here is 0. So x equals to 0. You need to take this number and fill in your u. Because when you substitute things, new things, your substitution number also will change. So you will prepare the u and the x equals to 1 from here. You also prepare your u. Okay? This part that you prepare is 1 mark. So don't skip it. All right? Prepare properly, let the examiner see it, because this whole set is 1 mark. Then you take that, you put inside the integration. Okay, you prepare everything, you put inside the integration, the placing will change. The negative here, because usually you integrate from the small number to big number, so the negative here will pull back your equation from 0 to 1. Okay, right? From 0 to 1, and then 1 minus u squared du. Preparing integration by substitution. Okay, once that is done, this where you do your integration by substitution, you will get your 1 mark here. So altogether, from just now until here, a few marks. Okay, finish. It's time to integrate, but this time, don't forget the integration. This time, you have to make sure you fill in. If just now you skip, this time you have to fill in, because this is the ending of the answer. They don't want you to skip this part. So this part, you make sure you fill in the value of 0 and 1 inside your substitute. Make sure you fill in. Don't do like just now. Just now, they are very lenient a bit. They say you can fill in, press calculator, write the answer only, because that is not the ending of the answer. But this one is the ending of the answer. You need to fill in, then press calculator, simplify, and because this is a show, the answer is there, you have to write shown. That will be your A1. Okay, that's the end. So that is where all the 6 marks come from. Do you understand? So there are places that you have to do, that you can get your marks. So you have to be very, very careful in your STPM. All right, that's the end of my lesson today. I hope you will get your A, and then we will end the class with the last quote. All right, back to you, Puan Rosmaya. Madam Rosmaya, back to you.
Okay. So with God's grace, we have reached the end of today's session. Congratulations to those who are able to follow our session from the beginning till the end. So before we end our session for today, can all of you please stop posting your comments for a while and click the subscribe button and activate the icon bell so that you will not miss the next class session. Then if you find that the lesson was beneficial, so click like and share to your friends on your social media. So spread then and share the goodness.
Okay, the last quote.
Okay, so before we continue, so I want to announce the last code, digit code. Okay, the last digit code is number. What is it? Oh, wait.
Number 2.
Okay, number 2. Okay, the last digit code is number 2. Okay, so once completed, type done. Okay, on the chat box. Okay, before the certificate link is given as a token of thank you for your dedication in joining the free class online class today. So post already. Okay. So link for the certificate and link to claim credit are already given in the chat box. Okay, please take note. The link will end half an hour after this live. So make sure to use the email only to log in. Incorrect email used will not be entertained. If you haven't got one, please apply. So the link to apply the email, EDD email is also given in the chat box. Okay, given already. Okay, then if you wish to get more information on the online classes, go to www.academyyoutuber.com, and to those who haven't joined EDD Junior Telegram, please do so.
Okay,
so
Puan Rosmaya, I forgot to make an announcement. To all students, can you please tell your junior, next week, Cikgu Zana is going to start class, because we won't be having class on SEM 2 all the time. So we will alternate one day, 1 week, 1 week SEM 1, 1 week SEM 2, like that. Okay, so next week will be Cikgu Zana. She will be doing SEM 1. Okay, SEM 1 class. So please tell your junior to join us. All right. Sorry, Puan Rosmaya, I totally forgot about that.
Okay, that's very important information.
Yes, that's important. So if not, the SEM 2 students will be wondering where is SEM 2 class, okay?
Teacher Im, the SEM 2 can take that as a revision class.
Yes, the SEM 2 can join the class, because if those who need to repeat, please join us, all right? It will be a revision for you, okay? Right.
Okay, so once again, I would like to thank all of the students for joining today. So you are awesome. Feel free to share this free tuition class to your friends and teachers all over Malaysia. So this is a collective effort from all the teachers throughout Malaysia for all the students throughout the country. So thank you too for being a YouTuber Academy supporter too. So I think that's all for now. See you in another session. Ingat hashtag bermula percuma, selamanya percuma. Assalamualaikum. Stay safe. Till we meet again next week. Same day, same time on Saturday at 5 p.m. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Berita baik untuk semua. Kini Akademi YouTuber memperkenalkan sistem mata ganjaran kredit AYU untuk dikumpul. Jom ikuti kelas tuition live AYU untuk mengumpul kredit AYU dan berpeluang menebus hadiah-hadiah yang menarik. Hadiah bernilai lebih RM10,000 disediakan secara percuma untuk pelajar seluruh Malaysia. Apa tunggu lagi? Tebus ganjaran hebat ini sekarang. Layari www.academyyoutuber.com untuk maklumat lanjut.
Dibawakan kepada anda oleh Akademi YouTuber.